Welcome back, everybody. We are here in the Abbey. We've got just a few episodes left before the end of the game. And in the meantime, we're going to try to max out some friendships and finish some challenges. So let's just dive right in. We do need to check on Caretaker and Agatha.
Anyone down for a last movie before the end of the world?
Yes. Let me log into Piotr's WatchMax Plus account.
We did this at Xavier's once. Had Ride of the Valkyries stuck in my head for a week. It was fine till the Sentinels attacked. Then it was cool.
Why do all the talking kitten cartoons have 5 hearts?
Oh, Piotr, you big softy.
Okay, the movie we're watching tonight is none other than Summer Camp Tango.
Me and Maria rehearsed every move in this film.
Yeah, my cousins forced me to watch it every summer, so I'm very much into this idea.
Let's converse, if you wish.
Hunter, want to watch a bad 80s movie with us before we face a hungering elder god?
Sure, why not?
Entertainment on the eve of battle? Yes.
Yay, for fun! Ileana keeps the limbo fully stocked, so refreshments are a portal away. Just ask. Quiet, quiet.
Very nice.
Here we go.
Big friendship boost.
Clint and Natasha always referenced the slobs against the snobs. Never understood what it meant.
Until recently, it could have been the Midnight Suns against the Avengers.
That makes Tony the snob.
And Nico is definitely the slob.
I'll own it.
Do not apply logic to a crappy 80s movie.
Hey, I didn't say anything about the shape-shifting aliens' plan to judge the dance contest. I just want to know how the slobs plan to push that much chili through the sprinkler system.
With enough pressure, you can push chili through anything. Don't ask me how I know that.
Ugh, of course the head counselor is a Russian spy.
Yup, it's an 80s movie.
How much did Soviet Russia care about teen hijinks?
More than you think.
Now that's a dance contest.
Okay, I see the appeal.
It's magical.
Magic is the one thing this movie didn't have.
But you liked it anyway because it is heartwarming pablum.
Maybe.
All right, so the found family watches a movie
I have
together.
some words to contribute.
Violetta needs no partner. To dance?
So cheesy. That movie was worth the wait.
Let's check in on Agatha and Caretaker. Maybe they're in Caretaker's room, I suppose.
What's happening, Hunter?
No, where are they? They're in the... They're out by her shrine, and it does look like somebody's in the chapel, so get ready for some frame drops. I guess when I fast traveled, they moved? Oh, they're at the forge, not the chapel. Okay. Let's go check that out.
Hey there, boss. You got a second for the CEO? Been one hell of a wild ride, hasn't it, Hunter?
It is about to get wilder.
You know, when I graduated MIT summa cum laude, I knew I was destined to found a billion-dollar tech empire. But if you told me I would one day trade in my state-of-the-art Avengers lab for a demon-powered forge in a haunted abbey and my Nobel Prize-winning staff of scientists for Dr. Spooky and the Jolly Green Giant, I'd have told you I didn't believe in fairy tales.
Well, what is Babs? I don't know what this is. He's still an arrogant jerk, but He's made some progress.
You have indeed come a long way in overcoming your rabid case of rhabdophobia.
Oh, you're talking about my resistance to the use of magic.
If by resistance you mean an almost debilitating fear of anything mystical, then yes.
Oh, come on. It wasn't that bad.
Yes, it was, and I'm fairly certain it still is.
Okay, maybe I was a little apprehensive about all the hocus-pocusing, but I adapted. And by adapting, I mean I got a nightlight. I'm fine now. Really. Well, mostly. Babs, the adorable Babylonian demon who lives in the furnace, does tell me to do things sometimes.
What things?
Well, just keep your door locked at night and you'll be fine. Gotcha! I've been waiting for that a long time.
Okay, this is too, like, defensive. This isn't true, so I guess we'll question him.
Oh, so you think you are a prankster now?
Oh, I'm a pro at pranks. Just ask Strange. You two look like you're dragging a bit. Want another can of Stark Drive?
I'm, still working on my first one. If you ignore the sense of demonic gloom lurking in the flames, it's almost like we're back in the workshop at Avengers Tower. Almost.
You seem quite occupied here.
It's good. It's really good, actually. If I can keep myself busy enough, I think I can keep the darkness at bay.
Okay, well... I think he, like Wanda, has seen enough darkness for a while and needs some empathy and light. So we'll remind him he's not alone.
Do not be afraid to rely on your friends. They can support you when you feel uneasy.
I'm doing exactly that. In this forge, with the scientific instruments laid out before me, it feels safe. I hope I can hold on to that for as long as I can. It turns out all I needed was to get my hands on a decent set of mass spectrometers. And to be reunited with those two. I miss them. I don't want them to hear. Their egos are big enough already.
No kidding.
I will leave you to finish whatever it is you are working on here.
Okay.
I'm not looking to start trouble.
The God Killer has been displaying some strange behavior.
You mean besides the glowing?
Yes, besides the glowing. This concerns you directly, I think. I've noticed whenever you're in its presence, the artifact begins to almost pulsate, like it comes alive for you. What do you make of that?
Yeah, maybe I'm meant to wield it. These three are all okay, but that was, I think, her first instinct.
If the God Killer is responding to me, then maybe I am meant to wield it in battle. Maybe I was always meant to wield it.
Perhaps this is another part of the prophecy. If so, then I hope it's the part that means good things for us. Because the rest of the prophecy is not exactly promising.
Is it still safe for me to pick up?
I suspect you're the only one of us who can. I don't think the God Killer wants anyone else touching it.
I will just pray that is a good thing.
All right. Check out our gallery of suits over here. They're all pretty cool. And let's go check in on Agatha and Sarah. They're out by Agatha's shrine. Hopefully, they're able to resume their close relationship, even though Agatha's a ghost. Oh, now they're not here. Where are they? Oh, they're out back. Okay. So we keep going and then turn left.
I haven't seen you out here in years, Sarah. This particular piece of ground is scarred for me with memories I rather forget. You know that. Then why retread old traumas? To remind me that we can do this, that it can be done, My sister can be slain. This is where it happened the first time, when Hunter gave their life to take hers. And saved the world. Why couldn't she just stay dead? It's time to face her again. Are you ready for that? It seems everyone here is. As ready as they can be, anyway. Yes, but are you ready to lose a sister, and possibly a child a second time? No one is ever ready for that. But my personal pain and losses are nothing in the scheme of things. Well, they are something to me. You recognize this place, don't you, Hunter?
This is where I killed.
Your mother.
Yes.
And gave up your own life to do it. You made so many sacrifices to put Lilith to rest then. I'm just sorry you have to go through it all again.
Yeah. I think both of these are true. She's not afraid. I think this is less true. I think particularly the friends that she's made, especially Magic, she would regret it if she could never see her again.
So am I, Agatha. I like living here with these modern-day heroes. They have grown on me. Do you think I would be a coward if I said I did not want to die?
No, Hunter. I would think you were just a human who didn't want to say goodbye to the people they care for. You won't be facing Lilith alone this time. You have friends who will fight by your side.
I did not have friends in my last life.
I'm glad you got to live again to make them. The friends you made here won't let you die this time.
You cannot assure that.
No, not for sure. But I like your chances. You should speak to Sarah while you're here. She loves you like her own child, you know. We both do. I see you've spoken to Agatha.
I have.
I couldn't help but overhear some of your conversation. She's right, you know. Things are different this time. I won't make the same mistake I did last time by sending you into battle against my sister alone. I tried my best to prepare you then. But now I understand how I failed you. I isolated you, trained you to become what I wanted you to be. And I lost you because of it.
Yeah. You did the best you could. And you made us strong, and now we're on the cusp of a final victory. So, no regrets.
You did what you had to do. I have no regrets about it, and neither should you.
Don't you see? I raised you to believe that your only real value rested upon your ability to hunt, to be the perfect weapon. But you're more than that. More than the hunter. You're the only child I had. Ever will have. Just promise me, I won't lose you again.
She and Agatha are the only real mother we've ever had, so...
You need to know this. I always thought of you as my real mother.
I love you too. God, I don't think I've been this emotional in years. Well, I ought to let you get back to your night. There's an abbey full of people who are waiting for you. Best to get to them before it gets too late.
Good night, Sarah.
I'll see you in the morning.
Okay. I think that wraps up the majority of the last night before the final battle stuff. So now we can really focus on maxing friendships, prepping decks, and finishing any last business we have before we do that. And it all starts with a good night's rest.
The legend walks among us.
Ooh, one final dream, it looks like.
So, Sarah finally told you the truth. And just in time. He is almost here.
Why did you not tell me, Mother?
The decision to sell my soul was mine alone. I never wanted to make you feel responsible for the sacrifice I made.
But you did it to save... me.
A mother would do anything to protect her children. I am no different. I love you, child. I'd do anything for you. All I ask is for you to make it all worth it and stand by my side.
Yeah. I wonder if in this dream space she's separated a little bit from Cthan's influence. If the real her is a little bit stronger in the mix of personality that makes up Lilith. Bottom line, we cannot betray our friends and stand with her no matter what her reasoning was. She has to be stopped, and so does the dark god who's coming.
You know I cannot betray those who have grown to trust me.
I thought you might say that. I just want you to know that when you fail, my offer will still stand.
Do me no favors, Mother.
Why won't you accept how much I love you?
Because you've been corrupted, because that love was used as a weapon against you, and what little of you remains is not in control.
If you truly love me, end this madness before it breaks the world.
Child, the world is already broken.
Not yet. You cannot stop us, Mother. I will face you.
You always have.
Okay, the final research project should be complete. Let's go kick that off.
I am done with all this mysterious secrecy business, and you have got to get over it too.
This isn't about me trying to be mysterious, Ileana.
Then tell them. Tell them what you know about the God Killer. Right now.
I will, but I need to do it in my own way.
Oh, you are so frustrating.
Yes, Tony feels the same way. But the forces at work here are not to be trifled with. A single misstep could end things for all of us.
And you continuing to keep what you know a secret could end up with the same result. So think that over. But not for too long. We don't have time.
Interesting.
I could not have predicted this outcome, but it is intriguing.
The God Killer completed. It's a God Killer, all right. Cut through every physical and mystical barrier that Strange and I could devise. Drain the energy out of everything it touched. That blade could destroy anything that walked this earth. I should be fascinated by it, but to tell you the truth, I never want to see that thing again. Here we go. Okay. Oh, look at this. If we got to level 15, there's like a bonus kind of extra thing here. Change of plans. Reroll 1 general mission per day. Interesting. Craft epic quality items at the item bench. Well, we're definitely doing that.
Hey, Hunter. Always up for a challenge. Big Tony's Forge of Mystery, we never close. Sometimes, I even impress myself.
Okay, a quick card is very nice. We have 2 of these already, however, and they're already upgraded. On KO, gain 36 block is a nice mod, but probably not worth taking a card here. Dig In. This is modded, so we could upgrade the one we have and draw 2 cards. We'd probably grab that. And Power. Yeah. Not a huge fan of this one. What else do we have? Double Up. This is new. Generate a copy of each attack, skill, or heroic in your hand, selected randomly when drawn. Exhaust. So, generate a copy of each attack could be great. Skills and heroic, not quite so much. But this is an interesting card. I guess we've seen it before. And then Mighty Blow. Forceful Knockback. This is a heroic. What has he got right now? Rampage and Thunderclap? So we don't really need another hero card for him.
If this thing behind me turns into a giant gateway to ancient Egypt, I'm quitting.
We need attacks and skills for him. Forceful Knockback is pretty strange. This is already up at like 200 and some odd damage with Forceful Knockback. Plus, we can use it to kill somebody else or move somebody around. That is a good card. Compared to these other 3, I think I will take this. I'm not sure when we'll slot that into the deck or whether we will. Okay. Blueprint Exchange. One thing I was thinking about is that we have 6 epics, right? So we could... Oh, you cannot craft a legendary blueprint. So the epics don't matter so much. We have some commons, some rares, some epics. We might need to do some crafting before the final mission. I'm not sure. But it looks like now we can talk to Dr. Strange, maybe about this thing we overheard. We will throw him a compliment real quick, because we're trying to get him to level 5.
I do not think there is a single spell you are unfamiliar with.
Thanks. I do enjoy flattery. Tony and I have been researching this god killer as best we can. We've been limited by what's available to us here in the Abbey.
I should hope you have found something by now.
Well, the fact of the matter is that I have. It's a bit troubling, to tell you the truth. I really need to double-check my findings. There are a few more scrolls I should consult.
Out with it.
Why will you not tell me, Strange? What exactly are you hiding?
I'm not hiding anything, Hunter, and I don't care much for the accusation. The truth is something quite disturbing, and I'm not one to casually flaunt that information around like so much internet gossip. However, we don't need distrust around here, not with Lilith's power growing, so perhaps I should tell you what I know now. I suspected this blade had a connection to Cthon, but I didn't realize how intimate that connection truly was.
I am not sure I like where this is going.
I feel unclean even saying these words, but the God Killer wasn't just made to fight Cthon, it's made of Cthon.
I'm sorry. This is somehow worse than what I was expecting. Could you repeat that?
The ancient texts tell of Cthon's last appearance in our plane when the forces of humanity assembled to drive him back, and in doing so, they sliced off part of the Dark God. That part was lost to the ages, until now. It has resurfaced, now forged into a weapon. The God Killer.
Incredible.
Part of me feels we should throw it into the forge right now and wash our hands of it completely.
Yeah. This doesn't change much for her. If the only way to kill a god is with, you know, a bit of his flesh forged into a weapon, then that power is something we'll use.
Throw it in the flames? Why? The God Killer is not just a cast-off appendage of the Dark God. It is a way for us to attain the same heights of power that a god commands.
Be careful with your thirst for power, Hunter. Though we are blessed with might greater than average mortals, seeking more is a path that can only lead to ruin.
I feel drawn to it, like it wants me to pick it up.
I suspect you're the only one who could do it. Every attempt I've made to touch it has not gone well.
I knew it. I knew you were holding back something.
I had intended to consult with Hunter privately before telling the whole team, but yes, now you know.
I suspected it was part of Cathan. You don't normally encounter daggers that immediately make you feel like you want to throw them far out to sea. But if you feel like picking it up, go on.
I can feel the power of it, rising and falling, like it is breathing.
I could use something like that as a nightlight.
A weapon like this is not to be trifled with. I think we're very lucky that Red Skull kept it buried away as deep as he did.
What, was he socking it away for a rainy day?
He probably thought he could use it to kill Lilith.
This world's only big enough for one psycho-narcissist tyrant, I guess.
And now it is ours, and let nothing stand in our way.
Of course. Never mind.
Oh, knock it off with the mysterious stuff. Just come out and say what's on your mind.
It's entirely possible Lilith could have an entirely different use for the God Killer. She could use it to complete Cathan.
Well, that changes things.
Hunter, I need you in the war room as soon as possible.
Okay, so the God Killer is a part of a dark god. Probably comes into play in the final mission. Let's check in real quick here. Is there anything we want to craft? This came in handy.
This should be useful.
One redraw for free. Taunt, I don't think we need. A device is okay. Give attack cards in your hand critical for the rest of the mission. Getting a little low on essences here. We do need to make another one of these for sure.
This will do nicely.
And one thing I think I might want to do is go on a salvaging run for everybody's cards that we're not using. We will go talk to Caretaker in the War Room, but first I want to check Superlink. We've got a couple posts here. I think Tony's ready to level up to like Friendship 3 or so, but let's look at the posts. We had seen all of these. This one's new. Robbie Reyes. Does anyone have birthday gift ideas that are not Wolf Ninja action figures? I think Gabe is growing out of those. Get him something practical. Like a sword. Gabe is just a kid. Everyone can use a sword. Gabe will appreciate the sword. He probably will, but no, not happening. And then Tony says, hey boss, you never know how multiple teams will work together. Good thing you're here to keep the wheels greased. Can't believe I'm saying this, but I need your help with a sensitive issue. To be 100% clear, it is not medical in nature. Let's chat in the library. It's quiet enough in there.
Look, I'm not looking for your deep, dark diary secrets. Don't get freaked out. I don't care who you have a crush on. Can't believe I'm actually asking you this, but I wonder if you could give me a peek behind the magical veil?
Magical veil?
Yeah, I don't want to know card tricks or anything like that. I just want to know more about the secrets of magic. I'm talking about the spooky stuff.
Okay. Well, this is happening a little late in the game, but the character development is supposed to be that he comes in, he's scared of everything, he doesn't like it, he gets defensive, and then gradually as we build a friendship with him, he starts to open up a little bit, warm up a little bit. Maybe if we'd done some of this with him earlier, he wouldn't have been a complete thumb throughout the entire gameplay, or playthrough. But in this moment, I think she understands this is a risk for him, so let's start with something small.
Let me teach you something small to start off with. Maybe read a grimoire, see how you like it.
I promise I'm a quick study. Don't hesitate to throw me in the deep end.
Oh, I do not doubt your intelligence, which is why we have to start small. Exposing you to magic's darkest secrets right away could do some damage.
What kind of damage could a little book learning do?
Reading the wrong grimoire has the potential to wipe your mind completely and turn you into an empty vessel ripe for possession by non-corporeal entities that lurk in the outer darkness, just waiting for unwitting magical explorers to uncover the wrong bit of knowledge.
Don't read the wrong books. Got it. See? I'm a quick student.
Look at his leg shaking.
Just let me know when and where, and
Tapping
we
his
will
toes
begin.
because he's nervous. That's pretty funny.
It's good that we have the kind of relationship where I can come to you about this stuff and there's no judgment.
You could not talk to Strange about this?
He knows his stuff, but if I came to him to teach me, I'd never hear the end of it. The man loves the sound of his own voice, especially when he's reciting incantations. If you don't mind, can we keep these lessons between you and me?
Sure. There's no reason I would need to tell anybody about this.
Do not worry. I will keep our secret to my grave. And beyond.
That's the kind of commitment I like to hear. I knew there was a reason I liked you.
Very well. I think I have the perfect reading for your first assignment. There's a book up on that shelf. Occulta Pericula Amet.
Oh, my Latin is a little rusty, but does that say Dangerous Magic Secrets?
Ancient wizards did not like to get clever with their book titles. Anyway, take notes, and we will talk later.
Okay, so Tony's at level 3. Redraw to reduce cost. Spend redraws to reduce heroism cost. That's a combo modifier. Let's talk to Caretaker.
We're almost there, kiddo. Finish what you need to finish, while there's still time.
I will let you know when I am ready.
Final mission. Okay. So we're going to hold off on that. What else is there to do in here?
Good to see you, Hunter.
We've got some stuff over here. Right, we got a new intel
Hunter.
cache.
Let's crunch the numbers. This intel is hot, Hunter. We shouldn't sit on it for long.
Okay, so our ops
Ready
include
for some hero work?
modded ability epic and modded ability epic. We need level 19 heroes for that. So let's see who we want to go, which mission we want to go on. There is somebody over
You're
here.
looking
It's
stronger
Agatha.
than ever, kiddo.
Agatha.
What brings you to the library at this hour?
In your reading about Chthon, have you come across anything about a weapon made from a piece of his body?
This is about the God Killer, isn't it?
It is.
You already know what it's made of. Why are you so interested in knowing more?
Yeah, I do feel a connection with it. And wondering what that means.
I feel a connection with it.
Well, the hilt and your collar were crafted by your ancestors.
Yes, but it is the blade that glows when I come near it, almost as if it recognizes me.
It recognized you?
Yes. It seemed to respond to my presence.
Curious. I wish I had an explanation for you, but I don't. Since Strange learned of the Blade's more than disturbing origins, I've been doing more digging on the subject. While I haven't come across anything specific about the God Killer or its apparent tendency to illuminate, I did find one hopeful nugget of information about it that should come as some comfort to you.
Okay. Could use any comfort I can get.
Please continue then. I could use all the hope and comfort I can get.
There is reason for both. You see, if Red Skull kept the God Killer as a means of double-crossing Lilith and protecting himself from Chthon, he was wise. According to the texts I've been reading, only Chthon can kill Chthon. If that blade really is made from him, it's the only thing in all of creation that can destroy him. The question is, are you sure you're up to taking your mother's life in order to end Chthon's? Because the God Killer now makes that possibility very much a reality.
Yeah. Despite everything we've learned, the truth behind her original corruption and sacrifice, and the fact that some part of her still does love us, she's too far gone, and we cannot waver. We must defeat the Elder God and save the world, so...
I have already committed matricide once to save this world, and have no regrets about it, as I have no hesitation about taking her life again.
I'm just sorry you seem to find yourself in this heartbreaking position over and over again.
Me too.
You, my dear, have the weight of the world on you more than ever now, and it shows. Perhaps getting some rest while you still can is in order.
And you, Agatha? Do spirits ever rest?
Not this one. Not until I know every single soul I care about is safe.
Okay. While we're here, let's take a look in the combat items here. Overpowered would be nice if we could get that, but I don't think we can. Strengthened and vulnerable. KO. Healing salve. I think we do need... Yeah, we need another one of these. And one of these could be good.
Dear. You're a natural.
I think the rest of this is fine for now.
Oh,
and we're going to avoid
sense is tingling.
talking to her. So it's mission time. Let's see what we're going to do. So we've got credits, which we could use. An artifact. We don't really need this. We could try to get the intelligence up to, or the research up to 15, but I don't think we need to. An intel cache we just did, so we've got this credits mission. Essences, that could be good. Blueprints. Okay, so I think we'll do an essence mission, which means we're taking Tony. Which is fine. So if we go out with Tony, so let's take a look at our decks here real quick. So what do I hit? Tab to cycle? All right. He's okay. He's got some good upgrades. He could use a few more like rare attacks or skills. He's only got one epic. What do we have available for him? There is Daywalker here. But Savage Plus is good. Stake is good. We don't have another epic card there. He's only got one epic, but he's kind of upgraded decently now. She's okay. These knee strikes aren't great, but at least they're upgraded. He's doing pretty good. Ghost Rider could maybe use a few more upgrades here. Obviously, we need a lot of work on the Hulk here. We grabbed this new one, so... What is the upgrade here? Makes more damage, adds more damage. Knockback and stun. Could be really good. What about Rampage? Full combo +1 heroism. Forceful knockback. I mean, that could be okay if we do the full combo on somebody. But in terms of upgrading, I think I'd rather have that. So we'll stick Mighty Blow in and we'll upgrade Thunderclap at some point. Yeah, we're taking Tony out on this mission. His attacks are garbage, so we really need to work on that. Ileana's great. Nico could use some work here. What do we have? We could upgrade her Witch Storm. We could upgrade her Witch Fire as well. And we could upgrade her Curse. That would actually get her in a pretty good place. So once we get some essences, we can do some work there. Wanda's starting to look okay. Spidey's great. Wolverine's pretty good. Be nice if we had another quick card or two. Okay, so most people are okay. Tony's the one. Tony and the Hulk are the two who are really weak. So we kind of want to get them going with some ops. Let's see what we can do here. We're taking Tony out.
Pick your target, Hunter.
So,
Some rookies, I'd say
expires in
send them out for
3
the
days.
experience. But I think we're past that.
Power zoom lens. One of Night Nurse's contacts left a message. You need intel, and I need help with the case. Let's trade. Send the least annoying one of you to Alias Investigations, or not. I don't give a flying. And then the message cuts off. Let's send Hulk out. He can get a modded epic ability. That'll be a good start for him. And we don't need him right now.
I think I can do that for you.
Okay. And then,
Thanks, Hunter.
if we're going out on a mission, we're taking Tony. So between us, how many quick cards do we have? We have 2. Actually, we have 3 because that's quick. And then Tony is garbage. So who are we bringing with us? He's got 2 quick cards. I think maybe Nico was the one we wanted to work on. Look, Robbie we could work on. So you also get some friendship. Nico needs some work, but we do have 3 cards we can upgrade there. Robbie needs a few cards. Maybe we'll go out with Robbie. It's been a while, right?
Caretaker could have at least left me a chair.
Let's spar with Robbie.
Like playing with fire, huh?
And then we'll go on this mission with Iron Man and Robbie. All right, let's do it. Here we go. So essences and an epic gamma coil. Let's do it. Okay. In terms of items, we can cure with our move now, but I still think bringing that card on every mission is good in case we need it. What else could we do? Concealed. I almost never use this. Let's just salvage it. So draw 2 cards for free. That could be really good on this mission because we got Tony with us. What did I put in? Fury Totem? Well, that's card draw as well. A healing salve is nice. Vulnerable to an enemy with block. Bleed could be good. Strength and lifesteal. Marked to all enemies targeting them. Gain a move for free. No, that's the one I want. Okay. So we'll go out with this. It's just an ordinary general mission, normal difficulty. We could get a supervillain reinforcement or a Dread Maiden or something. But this team can handle it. And hopefully we get some cards for one of these 2. We boost their friendship a little bit. All right, here we go.
Hydra forces in this area are causing trouble. Let's take them down.
Consider it done.
Okay. So we got some interesting cards on the field.
To be willingly.
Get to the trucks and grab those artifacts before they roll out.
So, we start with 6 heroism from Robbie, plus 1 from her. That's amazing, starting with 7. All heroic cards from the starting hand cost 0, and she is strengthened. So, a lot of good bonuses here. We've got a splitter here, a doggy here, minion back there, an elite there. We got these two, this guy. So, what do we start with? In terms of environmentals, we got an explosive here, which is going to hit... That takes out the minion and does a big chunk of damage to her. We've got a vault, a slide. We've got this, which renews. And then in terms of cards, we've got a hero combo for free. We've got a quick card here. We've got a hell ride, a quick blast. We've got plenty of quick stuff. So, I think we start with some quick cards. And remember, there will be reinforcements. So, If we have something like this that takes out that one and hurts her, I think we start here, and that one. I do think we start with this, because we got 7 heroism to play with and a free hero combo. So who should we have do it? I think we have the hunter do it. She's furthest away, so this moves her the furthest and gets us some better positioning. Let's do this.
You have earned this.
Okay. We want to be careful with him. Probably we use the hero combo on him. Okay, so 201 and 92. If we use this, we keep strengthened into next turn, which could be good. Where's our other quick card? Quick slash. Knockback. If she has full health plus 145 damage. So this is 147. This is 217. That could get the KO there. Did I do that? 14 plus 7 is 210. Yeah. So we can save this, and it has knockback as well. So if we position well, we can get the KO on both of them and maybe knock her into somebody. So let's hang on to that card for now. The other one is this or this. Now for you over here, I think we have Iron Man play this card. We don't need to redraw it for knockback. We're not going to run out of cards anytime soon. The other thing we could do is play this immediately. And I think we will. Alright, so this is a quick card. It's going to do 48. Yeah. Now where's that going to move you? Nowhere, really. Okay. Let's just do this.
I'm saving my energy till we need it. I heard Lilith is kind of hot. Any of you dorks make a move yet?
We're probably not going to play this. Let's redraw it. Blade Storm, very interesting. Okay. So if we did that, we can get 3 KOs. I think that's worth doing. We've got 3 card plays. Now the other way to think about it is I could save it for later, because I already have a way to kill her. And her, sort of. So if I do a... Can I vault? No, but I could do a slide here. Nope, can't do that either. Okay. I could have... How do I get someone over here to drop this along this line? Well... Let's see. What about this? Can I send this anywhere? No, not from my current position. I think I want to test something here. This should be enough to get the KO. Yeah, see, it shows the KO marker. Even though she's soulbound, I think I still get the card play refunded if I do this. But this is not the best position for me to be in, to use that card. We could use the combo on him, probably. I don't really have a good way to move here. The blades, maybe the Blade Storm is good. It takes out 3 of them. Is there any way to... That gets us a card draw. Do I want to save it for later? Then I have these ones to deal with. What could I do here? I could have somebody come over here and shove that one into this. Does that hit him? Yeah. So if I have the hunter shove her... Hang on, let's try this. Shove her into this. It does a big chunk of damage and moves her into a better position. Let's do that.
Will sustain us.
She's got weak. And then now we could drop this, I think, on these 2. No, I can only get one of them. Okay. Which one do I want to do it on? Or do I want to do this right now? Probably. We've got tons of heroism. The other thing I could look at... I can't vault. So we can... If we take them out with environmentals then and quick cards, then we can focus him down. So I think we'll do the most damage we can with it, which is to drop it on her. Okay. Then we could vault on her. That gets a KO.
We grow weak.
And then Tony can get the quick card over there, which doesn't use the... I guess it does have knockback, but let's see. Yeah, see, there's nowhere to send her, really. Where else could he use that? Could he get it with this? He could get it with this. And then the Hunter has, I think, Forceful knockback. Or we could redraw this to add Forceful to it. Is this... Are either of these knockback? No. So actually, we do want to use this here. So now we knock her back into him.
Let's do it.
Okay, that's good.
Fail, smite.
Those two are down. Still have 2 card plays left. We got this guy, this guy, this guy, and that guy. So we've got a quick slash we can work with here. If we knock him into Tony, we get the KO and a card draw.
No mercy for the servants of Lilith. Hell that.
Okay. What else? Now I think we try this maybe. No, that's not a kill. The knockback could get it if we can hit him into something. So we can get the kill there. We've got this guy to think about. I don't think we can kill him because we have no way to knock him anywhere. So yeah, we'll use the quick card here.
Weak, even for Hydra.
Card play refunded. And then, I don't think we use this Hell Ride yet. On KO, the target explodes for 52 damage. Now, he's got more than 400 life. We could probably get him with this. 102. So we could take him out. Or we could take him out. Can we do some work on you with something like this? Yes. And what about this? Yeah, we can do a lot of work on him like this. So let's... Do I need her in this position? No. Because Robbie can finish him. Alright. So let's slide this into him. Okay. Now he's at 442. This is going to do 400. So if we throw a rock at him, will that hit him? Very nice. Enemy hero combo. That's a KO. He explodes, which doesn't really do much for us, but okay.
No mercy for the wicked.
Oh, it hurt him. Okay. But hey, now we're gonna lifesteal and kill this guy.
Suffer.
Well, that's a pretty great. That's about as good a first turn as you can ask for.
Stoke the fires of hell with your soul.
Let's see what kind of reinforcements come in, and we'll grab the supplies. Yeah, of course.
Our reputation precedes us.
Is it just her? All right, not too bad. Now, she...
That truck is about to move out. You're running out of time.
Okay. She is strengthened. still. So that's good. What environmentals can we work with here? We've got a vulnerable if we could find a way to shove her, which I don't think we can do. He might be able to shove her a little bit, but then there's no other... What do we... We have forceful knockback in any direction, so actually... If we start with this... Can we send her into the ley line? No. But then we could shove her. Or we could shove her first, and then we get damage from the card. Let's see if he can move her a little bit closer to it. Now, is that closer? I don't know. Let's start with recover supplies. We want somebody else to do it. We want her to do it. There's our essences. Do we have any other way to move her? Not really. This is free. So I think we burn a quick card here to shove her into forceful. And then we probably hell ride her there. Although that doesn't use any of the hunters strengthened for this turn. This does 422. So actually maybe we do this. So the only question is, can I move her closer by shoving her? Is that closer than she is now? I feel like it is. I'm gonna risk this.
That will not distract.
Because it was right on the edge of being useful here. Yeah, there we go. Now we can do it. So I think that's more damage than she would have taken if we did it the other way. And I just noticed this. She's also in range of these. So this is going to do what? That's going to KO her. Very nice. We don't even need to use the environmentals.
Their strongest was no match for us.
Okay. Very cool. We don't need a disable truck card. Leave it to me. Draw 2 cards plus 2 redraws. We might as well add forceful to this, depending on what comes in next turn. Okay. So what do we have? We've got a minion. We got 2 minions. 3 minions. Alright, well. Do we have a quick card? No. But we can kill them with 1 Mindbender, I think. We can kill the 2 of these for 1 heroism. Sure, let's do that.
All will be killed.
And then he can recover supplies. $24 credits. Defeat the remaining enemies. However will I do that?
Teach Hydra a lesson while you're there.
It's your time.
Okay.
We've done it.
Good mission.
Excellent
Pretty straightforward. Got our essences, epic gamma coil, a little bit of credits. Very nice. Okay, we just want to do a hangout now. So we've got Tony, Robbie, Cap, and Wolverine here. Who's the highest? So Cap is close to halfway between 3 and 4. Logan's just getting started on 3. Tony's just getting started on 3, and Robbie is close to 4, so we'll do the hangout with Robbie for now.
Whenever we foil Hydra's plans, an angel gets its wings.
All right, reading, wow. Well, we know he likes video games. I don't know about the rest of this stuff. Reading's probably too slow for him. Same with stargazing. At least pool lounging, he gets to check us out in our bikini. So let's pool lounge with Robbie. See if he likes it.
Robbie, what was most important to you before you were pulled into this life?
Same thing as after. My little brother Gabe. He may be on the other side of the country, but he's what keeps me going.
Yeah. We've talked about this before. I know you miss him.
It must be hard to be so far away from him.
Yeah, it kills me. But if we don't fix this, there won't be a world for him to live in.
Could he stay at the Abbey?
Nah, he doesn't know about any of this. And he needs a lot of routine in his life. The Abbey would be too much.
All right. Poetry, Dark Beauty, Meat. Unauthorized biography of Captain Marvel, Gross Candy. Chaining your inner demon. Here we go.
Oh,
There's
I
plus
can't
18.
wait to put this to use.
And we got +2 willpower, so that should level him up to 4 as of tomorrow. And let's see what's on the map here. Who wants to chat? It's just Caretaker, which is the final mission, which we're not going to do. So, let's head to bed. And now we're getting into the point where things are basically ready to finish up the game. I think we're past a lot of the remaining interrupting cutscenes and things that people want to talk about stuff. And we can just get down to maxing friendships, going on missions for cards, and preparing. So let's do the forge first.
Next time, I'll grill up some masala.
Oh, you are gonna love
We finished item bench 3. Let's do... What is this? Channeling Hex, legendary combat item schematic. Double the damage of a hero's next environmental ability. Okay, sure. Let's get that going. We have a new forge upgrade, the item bench 3. We need credits for that. Okay.
Got more coil for me?
We're hoping for a decent attack for Iron Man here.
How long did you say you were exposed to this thing? It's... Sometimes. I even impress myself.
Okay, so no, we did get another blast. We already have one of these. This is modded to make the damage higher. So I think we take this. At least we can upgrade and have it modded for him. Holy Spark is a great card. We already have one. I don't know if we would want to have 2. Judgment, consume health to damage an enemy, draw a card. So that's a mod on Judgment. Does he have that equipped? He does have that equipped. So if we got this, we could upgrade it and add the mod. Air Superiority, we already own 2, and it's modded. And then Patience, we already own 2. So I think we'll take Judgment here. So we got 1 card each for Robbie and Iron Man. We're going to need a lot of credits to be able to do all the upgrades and modding that we want to do. So we'll keep that in mind as we pick our next mission. Let's also... There we go. There's 7 more. Let's also finish up this hero mission here.
No issues to report.
There's the Mighty Blow. It came back modded with Apply 1 marked. Love that. Jessica Jones and Hulk tailed Daily Bugle reporter Ben Ulrich all day, then confronted a pair of Magia thugs sent to rough him up. The presence of Hulk convinced the thugs to give up the name of their boss, Leland Owlsley. Jones left a follow-up message. Next time, send someone else. Hulk cramps my style. Okay. And then we do have another one here. We probably need to get some credits if we can. Let's take a look at what mission we're going to do next. Let's see. Credits, epic credits with Ilyana. Yeah, epic credits with Ileana. That's going to be our next mission. So between her and us, we can take pretty much anyone we want with us. So let's send somebody who needs work like Tony on this remaining
Ready
hero
for some
op.
hero work?
He's not high enough level. All right, so we could send... Oh, well, let's send the Hulk
I'd
again.
take care of these myself, but see you soon.
And then let's... we're getting a little bit of frame rate problems here, but that's okay. We're almost done. Let's go level up Robbie's friendship. Superlink. Hey, Hunter. It's always good to hang out with you. I need to ask you a favor. It's not a big one. It's easier if I explain in person. When you have time to chat, let me know.
I want to ask you something, but you can't make fun of me, okay?
Fire away, Robbie.
Well, there is this online video game tournament, and I was kind of wondering, will you be my player too?
How does she feel about video games? I mean, it's competitive. It's obviously, you know, a distraction from real training, but there's some hand-eye coordination stuff there. And I think probably it's her strongest connection with Robbie here. They've had a lot of fun playing video games. This is once again kind of like digging into his self-doubt. And I'm sure Peter would do it, but there's a reason he's asking us, so yeah.
Of course I will be your player too, Robbie, and slay digital demons by your side.
Really? You sure you don't want to be player one?
No, no. You have earned that title. I'm happy to follow your lead. So, what did I do to deserve this honor, Robbie?
I could ask you the same question. What did I do to deserve all your confidence in me?
Yeah. I think it might just be this one. Just a gut feeling. We kind of got a feeling about him when we met him. That he is one of the good guys.
Call it a gut feeling. Maybe you remind me a little bit of my younger self. A little wet behind the ears, but using my demons to do what is right.
Yeah, but you were born half demon. Mine is an add-on. I sometimes wonder if you'd still think that way if it wasn't for Sparky. Don't get me wrong. We're a solid duo. There's no doubt about it. But on my own, would I be that great? I'm not so sure.
Yeah. No, once you've had a taste of the hero life, of helping people, of doing the right thing, of standing up for what you believe in, I don't think that goes away. So, yes.
Yes, Robbie. You cannot make a silk purse out of a sow's ear. And you are no sow's ear.
I wasn't trying to. I don't think I was.
I have known you long enough to know you are the real hero without Sparky. You cannot fake that.
Okay, fine. You've made your point.
Repeat it until any last bit of doubt is erased from your mind, starting now.
I am the hero.
Perfect.
Okay, there we go. Rare passive. Filling the souls meter increases his maximum health by 15% to permission. And the souls meter requires one less soul to fill. Very cool. Okay, guys, I'm going to take a break here. When we come back, we'll head out on that mission with Ileana and somebody else.
Good girl, Charlie.
And I think I think at this point you guys understand the plan for the remainder of the series. We're going to try to get friendship maxed with Blade, Cap, Steven, Robbie, Wanda, Wolverine, and Nico. And maybe a little, I don't know, maybe we'll work on Iron Man as well. I want to do all of their challenge missions. But hopefully I'll be able to start squeezing in like 2 days worth of content in one episode. So it shouldn't hopefully take that long, because I think a lot of the remaining dialogue stuff we've kind of passed through, because there's not much to say now except once we start the final mission. But I'm going to try and get all these guys' friendship up. I'm going to try and do their challenge missions, unlock their legendary skins, and get their decks prepped and ready for the final battle. But that'll all start when we come back. And until then, as always, thanks for watching. And thanks for participating in this channel. I'm really having a blast making this content and running the stream and doing all that. And having you guys around to watch makes it all worthwhile. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. And we'll see you next time.